remember, like I said, I don't drink. I've never been a drinker.
Yeah.
But I remember buying bottles of champagne.
Yeah,
Do you know
it's
what I mean?
crazy.
For these man.
I often tell people the story, but changing car every single year
Yeah.
at uni, buying clothes. It's one of them ones where there's a level of immaturity in it as well.
It's really about, okay, how do I start to give myself back my money?
Yeah.
Because we've allowed consumerism to take all of this stuff away from us. Like I write in my book, Poverty Scars. So I had a lot of scars where I had to say no to certain things. I didn't get certain opportunities and so forth. So now, rather than me focus on building the me going forward, I'm feeding the me in the past.
Yo, people, welcome back to the Bread and Butter podcast. You're here with myself, Tayo.
And myself, E-Man.
And we're in the building today, excited to talk to you guys.
Come on.
It's you and I again, bro.
Bro, it's always the best ones anyway. I don't care what no one says. This is what the people pay for.
It's true.
This is
what they pay for with their time. It's what they pay for with their time.
Trust me.
People been asking for it for a long time, and I think that when they're coming up to a year of delivering, man.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Time's flown.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it's been a great investment. I'm glad he did it. I think the biggest thing for me is that it's not just, it's great to do the podcast and it's great to have a podcast, but it's how you monetize it, how you brand it. I found that by having my own podcast, it's almost also like a business card. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like people are seeing man in the podcast and then they're like, oh, we want you to come and do this, or we want you to come and do that, or I know you got a podcast, can I come on, or I want to network with you, or you had this person on. Like, and again, it's the type of guest that you have as well that also help your brand, and now people associate you with other people. So it's really important to be intentional with what you're doing, and I think now it's given us a lane in our field of credibility because
Absolutely.
we're both like we've got the platforms, we've got the TV. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I've got my book now. We got the podcast. What are you saying with your book though? What's going on? We've been waiting.
Bro, it's difficult, bro.
Nah.
There's always something.
Nah.
There's always something. And you see with the book as well, you got to go to the mountains, bro.
Are you lot pressure T in the comments? We need his book. We need his book.
You got to go to the mountains for the book. And every time I want to go to the mountains, bro, there's something going on. Do you know what? It's difficult when you're always trying to do something, innit? Yeah. When you don't ever like, but you got to, I guess it's just prioritizing, innit?
Nah, and also you got to stop putting the pressure on yourself to do everything, bro. What you got to do is work with someone like what I did. Man, voice note the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then if you've got someone that's a writer, they can take your voice note and then build it into chapters and into whatever. Do you know what I mean? And if they need more, they'll come back to you. Okay, this is how far I've got. I need. Then you just give it to them. Do you know what I mean? And so I think it's important because we're so busy.
Yeah.
You ain't got time.
Yeah.
The average writer, they say it takes like 18 months, 2 years to write a book. Like,
crazy.
You ain't got time to sit there and write that from scratch, bro. Like that.
Yeah,
but for me, I managed to do mine in like 9 months.
Yeah.
Because the pressure was on, I was paying somebody else to just deal with that side of things.
Yeah.
But I think you definitely, bro, we need that. We need that. Who understands property like you, man?
Do you know what? I'm excited to do it as well. I think that we've even spoken to some book agents about Antoinette and I doing like a joint one as well.
Yeah.
So excited to get that cracking. I think maybe this year is the year that we finally become authors. Who knows?
Come on.
Who
that'd
knows?
be sick. I feel that'd be sick.
Who knows? But yeah, man, I think that you're right. The podcast is like a business card.
Yeah.
I think that it's good because it allows us to do long form content as well.
Exactly.
With ease as well.
Yeah.
And I think that the other thing it does is that it lets people, we do a lot of short form content.
Yeah.
Even like, let's be fair, like news is even like snippets of content. Yeah. Even like television shows as well.
Yeah.
So highly produced and so on and so forth. So this is completely different.
Exactly.
To everything. Like, this is what you'll probably find if you spend a day with E-Man and Tayo, basically. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
This is the closest it's going to get, basically.
Exactly.
Because it's not going to be, you won't be able to grasp that from the short form content or from the news or from the TV.
Facts.
You might be able to grasp a little bit from the book, though. I know the book's in your voice.
No, yeah, definitely. And I think those things are important, but I think also it's just like, even me with this pod, things that I've learned from the guests that we've had on, from even the conversations we've had just with me and you have made me think, oh, I never saw it like that. I never thought about it. And I think those are the things that you want to put your energy into. So not only are we out here helping other people with the knowledge, but we're also then benefiting ourselves, and it's helping us shape where we're trying to go, what we're trying to do, and be intentional. Yeah. And I feel like regularly doing this, having to schedule it in, having to make time, that dedication means it has to be built into something.
Exactly.
We can't be giving up this much time, this much energy for it to just be a few views online, or because we're getting views online anyway without it. It needs to be getting somewhere, and I feel like I've seen over the last year that it's going somewhere. So I'm looking forward to the next 12 months.
Yeah, trust me. And I think one of the key things as well is that being accountable to each other as well.
Yeah.
And this is where we're doing it with someone helps as well.
Facts.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because
it's impossible.
I can't lie, if I was doing it by myself, bruv.
No, come on. I know for a fact, if I was doing it by myself, there'll be months, there'll be no episodes. There'll be months, there'll be no episode. And I'll come back like, sorry guys.
Sorry guys. We're going to get back to it.
Trust me.
Bro, like even with my YouTube, like I'm coming back to YouTube. Like people know I'm coming back to YouTube. But I've been coming back to YouTube for like 2 years now.
Trust me.
But this time I'm coming back for real. But it's difficult. But when you're accountable to each other, it's kind of like, all right, cool, we got to do this together. Innit?
Exactly. So that's what I'm looking forward to. That's what's really important.
Yeah, man, badly. But yeah, bro, today we're gonna talk about lifestyle creeping, innit?
Lifestyle creep, because you know what it is, bro? I just see it so much when I'm online. I almost can watch it happening. Like I'm just like, what are you doing there? Like, why are you buying that? Like, what are you like? What, you just got your first job? Why are you in Harrods? Like, what made you feel that was the energy that you needed to be putting into? So I feel like it's so important for us to have these discussions, but also reflect on, you know, our own journey. Because I think sometimes what you can do is when you get to a certain level of maturity, or like life has really dashed you. You know what I mean? When life has given you the slap ups, you can learn from that and look back and be like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But you have to remember, what were you like before life?
Exactly. You don't want to be a hypocrite.
Come on, where were you at? So
it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because when we talk about it, we know it exists.
Yeah.
I think especially when you talk about, you're a financial advisor, so you're talking about professional perspective. Like if it was someone else, someone might say it's pocket watching. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But you're speaking about someone who might be a client, they've just got their first job, and you've seen them in Harrods. It doesn't make any sense. Harrods will take up half of your paycheck. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I hear you, but I think also, like you said, my job is to pocket watch.
Exactly, it's true.
That's what I have to do, like as my job, as a professional. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm meeting people, and my thing is to say, what are your goals, right?
Yeah.
So you can't tell me your goal is, I want to buy a house, I want to start a business, I want to invest, I want to retire early,
and you see them.
It's not matching.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be doing my job
if
I'm not telling you, like, oh, why are you doing this? Do you know what I mean? Have you thought about doing something different?
Yeah.
Now, if you say, I literally just want to make money and live a fast life, then that's fine. You do your thing.
That's your goal. You set it.
Like you said, that's what you said. I'll never challenge you on that.
Yeah.
But if you truly say, and I think people that are listening to this podcast, and people that are people that are engaging with our content, are people that want to achieve more than just make money and you know, spend it by the 28th, have a few days where they're broke, and then get paid again, and just live in that cycle. Do you know what I mean? So because of that, I think there has to be a level of accountability on what you're doing with your money.
Absolutely. So let's start off with ourselves. Then we'll talk about lifestyle creep that we're seeing now. So let's start with us in it. Has there been an element of lifestyle creep in your life?
Oh, definitely. Without a doubt. Like, remember, man's growing up, man didn't have much dough. So for me, the second I started making dough, you know what I mean? Man got in a car, man started going out. I think also confidence, right? So I think, you know, I personally found that a lot of my confidence came from having finances, because I felt before it was quite embarrassing, because you didn't have the right clothes, you didn't have the right trainers, you couldn't afford to go to certain places, so you kind of kept quiet when man them were talking about certain trainers, or you know, you wasn't in that conversation. Do you know what I mean? So now you feel confident enough to be in those conversations. You feel confident enough to say, I can come out with you, man. Like I can chip in. Do you know what I mean? Before you couldn't chip in, so you'd be like, no, you know what? I'm busy that day, or I can't even go out. I'm not available. Now you're like, no, even if I'm not available, I'm gonna be available. Because I've been waiting for this moment. Do you know what I mean? And so all of a sudden, I remember, like I said, I don't drink. I've never been a drinker. But I remember buying bottles of champagne. Do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
For these man. Do you know what I mean? To drink. And I wouldn't even feel away. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I'm just happy I'm a part of it. Like, I can be with the man them, and we can all enjoy ourselves, and I can chip in my part. So I feel like I did allow certain things to creep. Plus, I was at uni at home, right? So where most people are broke, I was working. So I'm at uni, but I'm working. So I'm making money. Plus, I've got, you know, student finance, taking care of stuff. So man had dough. Do you know what I mean? So the reality was, at that time, I could have been a lot more wiser. Do you know what I mean? But again, I write in my book, poverty scars. So I had a lot of scars where I had to say no to certain things. I didn't get certain opportunities and so forth. So now, rather than me focus on building the me going forward, I'm feeding the me in the past.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm making decisions based on me in the past. And so I think it's really important that, we don't allow the things that we've been through, the issues that we've been through to now reflect how we spend our money going forward. But unfortunately, a lot of it, and if you ever read the book Psychology of Money, a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is your spending habits and the things that you're doing are based on what you've been through in life.
Yeah, no, facts. And I think that mine's a similar story. I think that I definitely had a lot of that in university as well. Yeah. In university, I was in Portsmouth, but I had a job, I was making money. So it was like even like the champagne stories. Like what's a uni student buying champagne in a club for? Like realistically, it doesn't make any sense. Buying cars. I often tell people the story, but changing car every single year at uni. Buying clothes, it's kind of like, it's just like, it's one of them ones where there's a level of immaturity in it as well.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think even out of university, I was wiser out of university, but there was still some elements of it. Yeah. So instead of like I got rid of my car when I left university, and then I waited until I got my second house, so that was the wait. 2 houses basically until I got another car. But even then, like, it's still lifestyle creep, because the thing about car, I always tell people, car's just that chunk that is just there for a period of time.
Exactly.
It's so mad. So got a car. You start changing where you shop. Start doing all these different bits and pieces. But I think that one thing, and this may help people, that eventually helped me get out of it, is that, like you mentioned, I actually had to start realizing what I actually like. Yeah. So it's like, for me, I liked the idea of a nice car in it, but even like as life went on, I started meeting people that actually have a real passion for cars. And I realized that I don't have any passion. Like, the man will look at a car and say, that's a B60 something with the exhauster. You've got the something exhaust. I'm like, bro, exhaust is exhaust. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Then after a while, I realized that, bro, maybe I don't actually feel cars like these guys. So it's like, sometimes you find yourself doing stuff, but do you really have a passion for that? Because by no means are we saying that, like, don't spend money on the stuff that you like, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Well, I say the main thing is that make sure that you like it as well. Even when it comes to like fashion and trainers is a big one as well. I've never been a crepe man. Like, if you see, it's so bad here, but if you see the way that I will put my foot into a brand new crepe and the way that I take it off, someone that's a crepe man will scream, bro. At that point, I realized that I'm not a crepe man. Even the fashion thing, like, I realized that, you see me, I just need that 12 hoodies. Yeah, come on. Man, will cycle them, bruv. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Facts. So I think that it's a lot about learning about yourself, innit? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And what you like.
No, what you're saying is facts. Because, like, even me now, when I've gone to the bank, I got 22. I'm financial advisor, you get a company car. So they give you a car allowance. So now remember, I've got an allowance. Let's say the allowance is £800 a month. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever that they're giving you to cover you for a car. Bro, remember, that's £800 extra, right? So I could get a car that's £200 or £300. I'm getting an extra £500 a month. Yeah, it's going to be taxed, but that's still, the remainder's coming to me. Yeah. Bro, I'm picking a car that's 1,200.
No, I thought you were going to say 8 bills.
Bro, I'm picking a car worth more than...
Are you going to add on top of it?
I don't know, and I'm happy to contribute.
Yeah, to contribute.
Man's not getting something in the budget. Man's getting something over. Man got a BMW, man got a BMW 3 Series. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Pick the interior, everything, delivered, everything, cream interior, black. Like, I had to pay extra. I had to pay like £250 extra a month to drive that car. So I've gone from having a car, and not like, remember, any car I'm getting is going to be new. Yeah. So if I was humble, I could have just started on a whatever, like a Focus, whatever. I'm only 22. I'm driving a car. Even men at my age are not driving brand new cars. Do you know what I mean? You're driving second-hand cars. Do you know what I mean? But just I'm in the bank. I'm wearing suits now. Yeah. Now all of a sudden I'm wearing suits. I want to wear suits all the time. Yeah. I'm going to the suits. I'm getting tailored suits. I'm buying, getting measured, and it's just like, it's unnecessary. Yeah. It's unnecessary. Like, the bank give us uniform. But once I became a financial advisor, I'm like, I don't just want to wear the uniform. I want to wear my own suits. So then I started buying suits. And it just became the cost of just keeping up with everything around you. Yeah. Then I started getting watches.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even like that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
That's too funny what you said about so you had a uniform in the office, yeah?
Yeah, so but the bank have to give you a uniform,
Yeah,
right?
but you
because
wore your own suits.
But because we're financial advisors, you're allowed to wear your own
Yeah,
suit.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I had the uniform suits because I was a cashier, so I had all the suits. But none of the other financial advisors, because they were never were, or they weren't cashiers or personal bankers or whatever.
Yeah.
They all had their own suits.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll just follow them and just buy my own suits.
Yeah.
So I started just buying my own suits and just spending money, like going to restaurants with clients, because obviously now you're dealing with high net worth clients.
Yeah.
So you're having meetings with them in Chelsea, you're having meetings with them in Knightsbridge, you're having meetings with them in Mayfair, you're having, even if you're meeting them in nice restaurants and stuff like that. So then all of a sudden that becomes your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the time the clients are taking the bill. But then all of a sudden you're used to this. So now you're now taking people.
Are you going by yourself?
Yeah, exactly. You're not
you went to a client yesterday and it wasn't your piece, and then you go the next day.
And now it's your piece. Do you know what I mean? And you can't expense it. Do you know what I mean? So it just becomes that lifestyle creep of, I'm used to this. This is what, and I can totally understand where people can get caught up. Do you know what I mean? But it's about understanding what your priority is. Like you said, like no one's saying you can't do any of it, but you don't need to do all of it.
All of it.
So if you know, okay, trainers are my thing, and you say, you know what, I wanna spend X amount a month on a new pair of trainers, then let that be your thing.
Yeah.
And you stack that, and every month you're putting money away, and then you're gonna buy those trainers.
Yeah.
Cool. But when you're doing trainers, you're doing clothes, you're doing going out, you're doing holidays, bro.
It's crazy. You gotta drop that one again. No one said that you can't do any of it, but you don't have to do all of it.
Come on.
It's facts, bro. Because that's what it is. It's everything rising at once. But with that being said then, now that you're a more mature place in life, right? Name 3 things that lifestyle that has increased in cost for you,
Yeah.
but you're at peace with. Either voluntary or involuntary, at peace with.
I think obviously the number one is mortgage, right? So like having a mortgage, the cost of that has gone up. Obviously, for me personally, again, this is because of the way my family shaped up. I know that I pay the majority of the bills when it comes to it. So I know for me, I wanted a big deposit.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a lower monthly payment. So I put a big deposit into my house. But then I know now I've got, number one, now I've got big equity in it.
Yeah.
But then also I know my monthly payment, when I do my monthly mortgage payment, there are people that are renting that are paying, like renting a 2-bed flat that are paying more than what I pay.
Yeah.
But I knew that because I know that because I'm self-employed, some years are good, some years are. So I wanted to make sure that monthly payment for me was a payment, no matter rain or shine. If the worst comes to the worst, if I have to go jump on Uber or I have to go and do, I know I can afford that. And my family I can afford that payment. So and that's why I always tell people it's important to get advice, because a lot of the time you're going to get the maximum that the bank will give to you. And that's, I totally understand why you want to do that. But are you going to be at the maximum? You have to look at what stage you are in life.
Yeah.
Are you at the peak of your earning potential? Are you just starting? Because that's going to make a difference going forward. Do you know what I mean? Because remember, you're taking this thing for 25, 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't want to take something for 30 years at the maximum I think I'm ever going to earn.
Yeah.
Because the only way is down.
Yeah, facts.
And I can't guarantee that I'm not going to go down for 30 years.
Yeah.
I'm not in control of that. Do you know what I mean? So I always feel like it's important for you to think, okay, I'm taking this out for this period of time. How do I make sure this is affordable over that time? So mortgage is one thing that I pay and I'm comfortable with. And even like now, for example, before Mims was contributing like 30% to it, but now, for example, like now things have been tough with business and stuff like that. She's moved away from that. I can still afford that whole mortgage on my own.
Yeah.
When she's back on her feet, she'll come back and contribute. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it's really important for me to know that, see that amount.
Yeah.
I've got that. Do you understand? Because that's where my kids stay. That's where everyone needs a space. Do you know what I mean? So that was really important to me, and that's why I picked where I live now rather than killing myself to maybe live a bit further into Bromley a bit.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, it's those sacrifices that you have to make.
Exactly. Yeah. That's proper key. Because there's got to be balance in it.
Yeah.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
I say one from me, or we'll do one each and go back and forth. I'll probably say kids.
Oh, good.
Yeah, kids. But that's one that I'm comfortable with. But as your kids get older, as you want to do more for them, things get more expensive. Whether it's like extracurricular activities, I pay for my kids' school/nursery now. But like you say, I think what you said is important. It's kind of like balance. I think that there's a lot of things that I'm comfortable doing. Not to directly offset that, but I like a really important one is that in the UK I'm very close to the Elizabeth line. And I have a lot of meetings in Central. Now I could get a taxi that would cost more money,
Of course.
but it'd probably take longer. So what I'm very comfortable doing is jumping on the tube, even though sometimes I have to go in rush hour and I don't actually have to be there. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I could get an Uber, but I'm comfortable offsetting those costs and going on a tube, especially if it's a lot quicker as well. Because the thing that I value a lot of the time is my time as well. It's like I can't even fathom taking a 20-minute tube. Even, to be fair, if I'm being completely honest, even if the taxi was free, if the taxi's 1 hour and the tube is 20 minutes, I have to get on the tube. I can't lie to you. I just have to. So I think that kids is one that has definitely gone up, and I think that one's natural for everyone. So now we've done the main ones, kids and mortgage. What's some other stuff that you'd say that, do you know what, I'm indulging in a little bit?
The only other thing I'd say for me is like holiday, right?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well.
Bro, you only 4 kids. Bro, no matter where we going,
it's peak.
It's peak, bro. Like even if man says man wants to go Bognor Regis, or man wants to go Haven or Centre Parks, everything is expensive when you times it by 6.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's something that I've come to terms with, and I just stack for, because I just know that sometimes, especially all of us in that house all together, sometimes you just need to be in a different environment. Sometimes you need a break. So the holiday is something that I definitely feel like, okay, we do. It's painful, but I've accepted that. That's part of life.
Yeah.
Because also I like the fact, like when we went Portugal, just them seeing different cultures, being in different places, seeing different environments, different weather. How like I like that. I want them to understand that there's so much other places in the world. I think sometimes when you don't, especially when you can't afford to go away, you think London is just the biggest place ever, and it's the most important place, and your life revolves around being in London. But by going on holiday, you realise, right, there's other places, there's other things out here in the world to see. And I hope that as they get older, they want to adventure. If my child says, I want to do, before I go uni, I want to do a year traveling, and I'm going to go and teach English across and go, yes, please. Go and bare people I know have done it. I've done it. Clients that I have today, and that experience made them appreciate money. And so that's why they've been able to stack, because they've gone and teach children in China, in India, in places where they've given lessons where people are struggling, and they've been able to help. They've gone to Africa, they've gone to Brazil, and just taught English or taught maths to young people, and just helped. But at the same time, got the experience of living in these different countries, and actually realize that, okay, there's some stuff more important than clothes. And do you understand what I'm trying to say? And that life lesson has meant they're so much better with their money, and they've been more entrepreneurial, and they've been more thinking about how can I help, how can I make a change and make a difference. So I think those are the types of experiences I want them to really experience, and I guess that starts with me taking them out from young.
And that comes with that's the natural lifestyle creep, isn't it? But I guess it's something that you're comfortable with. When you travel with the family, you must do Airbnbs, don't it?
Bro, you know what's mad is that I like, it's difficult. I prefer hotels. I'll be honest. I prefer hotels because for me, I want to go away. I don't want to worry about breakfast and cooking.
I feel you.
I don't want to have to change the bed sheets and da-da-da. So I prefer them. But like when we just went last time, we got a kind of halfway. So it's like
Apart
hotel. So so they come in, they do the beds and
nice,
but then we got a kitchen and stuff, because just food wise in general, it doesn't make sense.
Bro,
it doesn't make sense.
Even me with two, like I found that when I travel, I like hotel. It depends on where I go to. Destination is where I decide Airbnb or hotel. But for example, we went to Tenerife last year as a family, and I had to get a suite. Because I don't want Man needs the space.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So when you're looking at all the hotels, they're only looking at suites. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So that's what I was saying, that the lifestyle creep comes in as well. And obviously, like, for you, it's a madness. I mean, even just flights times 6 is crazy.
It's mad.
But yeah, I'd say that's for me. Like, man, I really like to travel. I've got like this goal where I want to see the world is smaller, if that makes sense. Like, it's a 5-6 hour drive from here to like northeast England. And it's like a 5-6 hour flight to many places across the world.
Exactly.
I want it to be a thing whereby like I feel like, okay, let me just go here quickly and come back, and so on and so forth, basically. So over the last year, I did a lot of traveling and hoping to do a lot more this year as well. But that's probably my main only thing. What else do I do? I've cut a lot of stuff out. I was peak for lifestyle creep. I've had phases in it. Like, I used to do a lot of like designer clothing. I used to like spending. To be fair, I do spend when I go out, but I don't go out often.
Yeah.
So a lot of the time when I go out, it might be abroad for a stag or someone's birthday. I'll indulge, but I rarely go. No, I don't go out for to have a good. That sounds bad. To have a good time. I don't really go out without occasion. Basically.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't do that as much. I do more networking, so I try and do the both. So like we can business and a lot
Do
of
at the same time.
And a lot of the time, the networking events I go to, they're inviting me.
Yeah,
man's getting free food and getting to. I don't have to. All I have to. The only cost is to travel to get there and back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's really, really good being at this level. But I think, like you, I used to buy a lot of designer clothes. I used to proper be on like, you know, but I come from East London, you know.
What was it from in East? What was popular?
Like the big thing when I was younger was academics, right?
Oh, yeah,
so academics, Lock 29, like
Echo.
I used to have
Ed Hardy.
I used to have I had these jeans that were Snoopy. Like I had Snoopy. Man had the machine up. Man used to proper spend money on clothes because East, like Garms, it was a big thing.
Garms, aye, you've heard it back. I said Garms, but even you're funny. You're still using bare slang from back in your time. I said Garms.
Garms was a big thing back then, man.
You could learn a vital lesson as well. Though. I remember I had bare True Religion jeans. I told this story at the time. Then one day, True Religion stocks dropped, bro. They were worthless.
Trust me.
I had bare True Religion denim. Bro, I'm giving it away. I'm sending it to Nigeria.
Trust me.
It's crazy.
So I think a lot of that. But even like now, for example, me, like, I mainly shop in Primark and Marks and Spencer's. Bro, I'm not a fashionista or anything, but people will say, right, you look nice. Like, people like my, no, I ain't got bro, if you understand, if it wasn't a label, I wouldn't wear it. There was a time it had to be a label. I would not wear it. There's a time I used to go Portsmouth to go Ralph Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
I was in Ralph bro, I wouldn't be a day I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't have a t-shirt, a shirt, jeans. Like I used to jumper, hoodie, everything used to be Ralph. Like now, bro, I couldn't care less, bro. There's a time I used to love what's that? What's the one that does Wimbledon tennis? The tennis guy.
Fred Perry.
I love Fred Perry. Again, Portsmouth had an outlet. Lacoste, bro, had an outlet. So I used to go. These are the. Oh, you think I couldn't care less now? Like, and it doesn't affect who I am, but I feel like because I'm older, it's not necessarily expected. So I play into that. I'm a dad, do you know what I mean? People don't expect man to be wearing designer and that. As long as you look neat, you look neat. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what's really important. But it can get to the point where you're, like you said, you're spending all these clothes. Bro, man had so much clothes that sometimes you then realize, bro, I haven't worn this in time.
Yeah.
Because it's under this or under that. And then sometimes you have to then take out all your wardrobe to then realise, man's got thousands of pounds worth of clothes that I'm not wearing right now because they're not in the rotation, because I'm not seeing them.
Yeah, the volume is just too much.
It's too much.
Yeah. And that takes me on to consumerism. So as a financial advisor, what sort of consumerism, overindulgence and lifestyle creep have you been seeing?
I think the biggest thing, with a lot of people is the phones, right? So certain people, how you got that brand new iPhone? It's mad to me. You don't even know how the last one works properly. You're using about 25% of the features of the last one.
Right, it must be less than 25%.
Come on.
Because honestly, like, I feel like I use iPhones to a high capacity. Yeah. But even I'm pretty sure it's about 50%.
Think about it.
Because there's bare stuff that I don't use. I don't use any of the, sounds bad, but I don't use any of the health stuff on it. I use it on my Apple Watch, but there's bare stuff in an iPhone, bro.
Trust me.
Bare stuff, and we're not using much of it at all.
So it's like, actually doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
Because then your price plan, for me, it's your price plan. when I look at what people are paying on phones a month, and then you got 2 phones, like, bro, your first one hardly rings. What you got the second one for? It's mad. And you're paying 70, 80, £100 a month on phone.
Yeah.
You got data, but you stay in your house. You work from home. So you're on the Wi-Fi. So you're not using it. Like, man, I'm not really computing. This is money that could be saved. Then today I say, have you got an ISA? You ain't got an ISA. You ain't got, I can't afford to put £50 a month into ISA. You could if you halved your, you understand? If you got a SIM only, with your phone that you got now, the next time you get a contract, get a SIM only, you've halved your monthly, even less, 60, 70% less. And now that money you can now put into a monthly ISA or savings. Or do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Convert your SIM into eSIM, merge them 2 phones into one. People don't know that you can do that. Yeah.
So it's really about, okay, how do I start to give myself back my money?
Yeah.
Because we've allowed consumerism to take all of this stuff away from us. Do you know what I mean? In the sense of, bro, let's be honest. When was the last time, like, you checked a next man's phone?
What do you mean? As they looked into it?
As in, like, oh, is that the 16? Is that the?
You can't tell,
bro. How would you?
Bro, okay, man. I'm gonna be honest here. Even what you're saying, yeah. Okay, I've stopped now, innit? But my thing for buying phones, I've told you before, is that I used to record content,
of course,
on my phone. So I had to get the Pro Max to get the best video business in it. But bro, I've got. And obviously me and I do mine and Antoinette's contract, innit? Yeah. So we've got like a 15, a 14, 13, 12, like quite a few of them. I cannot tell the difference. I can't tell what is what's E-man. Bro. I have to go into settings and general to be able to. The only thing I can tell when it comes to iPhone, how many lenses.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I look at a Pro Max and a normal one, like if I see this, like bare times I was looking at my phone, I swear to you, but this is so funny. I got a Pro Max, the big one, because it's got a bigger camera. It's like 2 months after I bought my phone. I'm saying, is this the normal? Bro, have they sent me the normal one? Like I went back and checked my order to go and make sure. And I'm looking at the dimensions online to make sure that this is they're so similar. It's unreal, bro. It's unreal. For me, 3 lenses or 2 lenses.
Yeah, exactly. So even like things like, especially of having a family, so even like, because I stay at home a lot, bro, man I sat down with Mims. We got Disney, we got Sky, kids entertainment package, Sky Cinema. We had Disney,
Lux.
We have Netflix. We've got obviously Paramount Plus and all. Bro, when I said to sit down, I said, do we need all of this all at the same time?
Something's gonna get gone.
I said to Mims, do we even need Sky? Mm-hmm. Because my kids got Sky and they're on YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna say YouTube, yeah.
I said, even they don't even understand how normal TV works.
Because you can't. Have you got the one that you can pause? They're like on demand.
You see, like when I told them, they're like, oh, this has got adverts. It doesn't make sense to them. Like they like their ads that they can just skip.
Yeah,
you're stopping every 20 minutes to go ad and then come back.
Yeah.
They're not interested.
Yeah.
So it's like when I said to it, why are we paying for? So we had to sit down and just, bruv, when we called Sky, the disappointment it was different, bro. Because the package that we went from to. We've gone that. We've got the basic. Because we don't need it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then we got a discount on Disney. Like, bro, I told Mims, if we don't cancel it, like if we not cancel it, because for me, these are all ways that we could just give ourselves back our money.
Yeah.
Because we just allowed things to go on. Because before, money was coming in.
Yeah.
But the cost of living has risen. You got to now look at where your money going. So those are the types of things that we spend money on.
Yeah, and I think that it's just good practice in general because you don't want to get into a spirit of wastefulness, to be quite frank with you. You don't want to, like, I would say that, look, it's important to say that when Iman and I are teaching these lessons, like, a lot of the time we're speaking to the wider public, innit?
Yeah.
But in reality, the fundamentals are so important. Like, whether you save, don't think to yourself that you're making 20k a month, so why does it matter that I'm saving £20 by cancelling Disney? It's just about managing your finances, keeping aware of it. Like someone like all of these people, like all of these big millionaires and billionaires, don't get me wrong, it might not be a £20 subscription that they're worrying about, but they're still concerned with funds that are way under what they're earning. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And it's important to keep on top of it. It's just a mindset, it's a discipline, it's just financial awareness, because if you don't have it, before you know it, everything's gone out of control.
Bro, I've moved, even like when I see like man like this brother Zuckerberg and these man that they wear the same white shirt, obviously they've got multiple of the same.
Yeah.
Because they said to themselves, why? One less decision to make.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna wear a white shirt, blue jeans. We're gonna wear it. That's one less decision. I make so many decisions in a day.
Today.
Why do I want to have to kill myself on the clothes that I'm wearing?
So true,
Bro, do you know, like, for me, I just started, but I know I like to wear black, I like to wear blue.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah,
It's very, very simple.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to have to think about waste time on, I need to buy a new this. But bro, these are the clothes I wear.
Yeah.
These are the colors I like, and this is how I move. And I think when we start to understand that, like, learn, like, success leaves clues. Like, if these men are at the top and this is what they're doing, why would we not copy it? Because
Facts.
that's where we're trying to get to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we have to be as extreme as them, but I'm saying that if people that have the money and can afford to live the lifestyle
Yeah.
are choosing not to, why are we doing different?
Exactly. Facts. Yeah, bro. I think that we've proper gone into it. Guys, let us know if you can think to yourself, right, and think of any lifestyle creeps that you've had.
Come on.
Maybe that you're still doing, you've cut out. Let us know in the comments below. But man, let's do our W and L of the week. What's it been like for you?
I don't even, bro. You're gonna have to go first. I need to think about this. You know, what am I thinking? About?
I'd say that my W. Okay, my W's been on brand. I have at the very beginning of the year, I did like a financial review for all of our bills, and it's been a little bit now since. So I've seen the effects of the stuff that I've adjusted in it. You know what I'm trying to say? It always makes sense when you go through it. You just I bang out spreadsheets and stuff like that. So I've done it. And you know, before you have like a month of earnings and outgoings, it's all theory. It's now successfully transitioned into reality in it. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's nice. I'd say L-wise, you go first and I'll come back in.
Okay, so my W, now that you said that, I'm thinking about it. What was that? What was the one I said? My W has been, so start of the year, man offers people one-to-ones. And I do this every year. And when I first did it, I used to do it for free. Then I put a price on it. Like, and, you know, I didn't get as many. Bro, when I tell you, I've never seen so many one-to-ones.
Sick.
People just paying, booking. And it's just been like, I've done it. Like, you know, like when you say to yourself, okay, actually, I've added enough value for people to finally see that it's worth paying to sit down with me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you start off free, then you try and add a little price, and then people are like, oh, well, I don't have to pay.
Yeah.
But listen, no, I don't. Now people are emailing me like, how much does it cost to sit down with me?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you feel, and the reason I say that's a W, because that takes time
to build.
It takes time to build for people to actually say, I know the value that you have. I see the value that you are. And actually, I know to sit down with you, there's a price, especially in our community.
Yeah.
Where we are so friend that we feel like, oh, that's my guy. Like, he won't charge me. I can get some advice for free.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like finally I'm at that space where people respect what I've done.
Yeah.
Respect the knowledge that I have and where I've got it to, that they're willing to pay for it. So I feel like that's been the W so far. And I'm really happy about that. And right, the numbers were crazy this year.
Yeah, sick.
And it made a difference. I needed that.
Yeah.
Needed that. Thank you, everyone. I'd say L has to, it's not an L, but bro, that tax bill,
Oh, gosh.
Lord have mercy.
Gosh.
You see when people are telling me the guy Middle East, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Bro, people are complaining about cost of living. Bro, I wish cost of living was my main problem. I wish the cost of living was my main problem. Bro, see that tax bill?
It's a madness.
It's unbelievable. And bro, I spoke to the accountant. I said, can we do this? Bro, we've done everything.
You've rejigged, so on and so forth.
I've done everything, this and that. Oh, we've taken out, oh, what about this finance here? What about this, that? Oh, what about these expenses? Oh, this was a loan from me to my company.
Yeah.
Oh, what about last year's this? Bro, the bill was, the bill was painful. That is not an L because I get it. You're making money.
Yeah.
But the way you're spending money, you're reinvesting. Because me, I'm reinvesting.
Reinvest badly, yeah.
I'm reinvesting crazy because for me, yes, I got pensions, yes, I got ISAs, yes, I got stocks. That's all cool. But my main thing is my business.
Yeah.
I've got different businesses. So that's what I'm mainly investing in. And I'm hoping to build that over the next 4 years, sell them for millions, and I'm free. That's my main exit strategy.
Yeah.
So as much as we're putting into these other things, most of my money is going back into businesses, into companies, into the things that I'm building. So the tax, bro, you got to pay the tax.
Yeah.
That's how business works.
That's it.
So yeah, that's been painful.
I just remember one of my L's, bro. So my main email account's on Gmail on it, but I got some old Hotmail ones.
Yeah.
And the old Hotmail ones have a lot of like my old stuff, but a lot of it is important as well.
Yeah.
Bro, over the last week or two, both of them have been under attack, bro.
Yeah. Mims has had the same thing.
Yeah, under attack. They're in my email.
No, but her Hotmail as well.
Yeah, my Hotmail. Yeah. And they're in my email, and I can see them trying to reset bare other passwords. Like the passwords aren't peak ones, but stuff like Depop, Uber, bare different things in it. And I changed the password. They were still in it, and they're trying to email me within my own inbox as well.
Oh my goodness.
And Hotmail make it so hard to just sign out from everywhere. Yeah. I finally found it, but I had to use ChatGPT to find out how to do it, bro. So I finally done that, so hopefully it's sorted. But yeah, that's my L of the week. Came out of nowhere as well.
No, but the Hotmail thing is crazy because my missus, she got Hotmail Outlook and she's going through the same thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like someone's trying to sign in her thing. Every day she's getting an email.
Yeah.
This person tried to sign in. This person tried to read. What do they want with my thing?
Yeah.
What doesn't happen with Gmail like that? So I don't know.
I don't know, man. You know, Hotmail's an old school thing. Man.
Old school, proper.
Old school. But yeah, man, that's us, man.
Come on.
Guys, hopefully you found a lot of gems in that. Like I mentioned before, make sure you share. If any lifestyle creepers you've had as well, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Blessings, man.
Peace.